Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Willem. I'm here sitting in a very cool Porsche. Probably the last real Cayman with a real engine in. It's like you can maybe see on the seats, a Weissach car even. And in this video I want to tell you all about it. Take you through the exterior, interior, start the car up and have a chat about the future of the Porsche Cayman. I want to say enjoy watching this video. I'm here in one of my all-time favorite Porsches. It's the GT4 RS version even, and then even with a Weissach back in. Like I said, the Cayman will be replaced, I think, in the end of 2025. And sadly, it won't be a proper engine in there anymore. They say it's going to be a electric car, a fully electric one, just as the boring new Macan I didn't like at all. So yeah guys, sad to say that now sitting here in probably one of the last fun Porsches to drive. I reviewed the new 911, it was a nice car to of course take a look at. And yeah, like the GTS is also a hybrid car on the 911, so yeah, sad times to come. But yeah, I'm gonna take you through this new Cayman GT4 RS. It's now out for a couple years, but I didn't have the time to take you properly through a car, mostly because yeah, a lot of cars directly go to customers. It's quite hard to get your hands on a GT4 RS, and even yeah, like this a Weissach car, it's maybe think even harder to see and to purchase. So the lucky owners who have one probably are recognized Porsche owners and Porsche collectors from the past. That's why you don't see that many driving around, because they didn't have a limited number, but I think it was sort of a limited production run they were doing. So I think only for 1 or 2 years this car was in production. I think the production of course finished, because now they have the new 911, all the new ugly Macan cars they need to build for all the people without taste. So yeah, I have the keys here on me of the new GT4 RS. They say it has the 4-liter flat 6 engine of a GT3 car, producing 500 horsepower. Like on the 911 you would normally have the engine at the back of the car behind the rear wheels, the flat 6, but this time they put it right here, right behind my head. No window in between, nothing to sort of isolate in between you and the engine, so you will have a proper engine sound in this car. You also see, because it's a Weissach car, that you have the, I think on the Weissach car it's even a titanium roll cage in the car for extra protection, so you won't kill yourself when you maybe roll over at the track, or if you're maybe a bit too fast through a corner and you start spinning, then of course this roll cage will save your life. You also have the 918 bucket seats like you see here, with a beautiful carbon fiber finish in the Weissach RS. That's the Porsche racetrack where they test all the new Porsches, especially all the GT cars. They get to the Weissach track in Germany to have a proper test run there. And on the new GT3 car you have other seats. It was about time they were going to replace those seats, because they were now out, I think more than 10 years they were selling these seats. It first started in the 918 Spider. For me a bit like only one sport seat on all the Porsches for the last decade. For me it's a bit like, don't you earn enough already on all these overpriced cars that you can't make a nice proper seat? If you look like Lamborghini and Ferrari, they have like 3, 4, 5 different sport seats and even a comfy seat, or even a more evolved track seat. So Porsche, I don't know what Porsche is doing lately. They or killing one of their best selling cars, the Cayman and the Boxster, or the most beloved cars. Of course, the Macan is the best sold car, but nowadays it's an electric one with full of plastic. Only the 911 is a cool car, I think, on the newer generation. The Taycan is a very small car to sit in the back. It was in the beginning a good looking, fully electric car, but yeah, now I start to like the Audi e-tron more, but that was also very small to sit in the back, so as worse as a car as the Macan is the Taycan, I think. It's very small. So you now have only the 911. Like I said, the Panamera is still decent. I reviewed the Cayenne is still decent, but those are like very, very expensive cars, like 100,000 euros to start from. And then I'm always thinking, if you're going above that 100k budget, then you come in sort of another play field where you are looking at luxury cars, sports cars, and refined cars and cars that are special. That's what I was trying to come to. That when you spend 100,000 euros on a car, especially if it's a petrol engined car, then for me personally, I would look at a car that won't lose half of its value in the coming 3, 4 to 5 years. And that's the thing that this GT4 RS actually did. It started a bit above budget. They were asking prices of more than a 911 GT3, like 200,000+ euros for a Cayman. Okay, it has a good engine in there, but then now 2-3 years further on the line, and you see the cars have dropped immensely. Now you can pick even an RS GT4 up for like 150k. The GT4 is keeping its value quite well, so I think around the 150k price point, this car will, of course, depending on mileage, be sitting in the coming years, I think, in the second-hand market. Now that it's dropped a lot in value, I think 150, 140 will be the base price. I don't see them coming up in the coming years, because like I said, it's not a special car. They didn't build like a limited run of 1,000 cars or something like that, so it won't be as exclusive as you now have the 911 Sport Classic, that you have like how much is it, 1,250 cars I think for that run, or other limited editions Porsches. They will keep a bit better their value as Porsche collectors. Now a bit done with this talk, how I think the market sits for Porsche, where the price sits for this car, where it will be going. Personally, I would pick a Porsche GT4 up. Don't think the RS car, it's maybe a bit too much. I think it's more for track fun. I think I heard from a lot of people that were driving these cars is now you see it here also on the back. Maybe comment here, that you have here an air intake right behind the window to directly go here to the engine. You can really see the air channel going to the engine, of course, to cool it, because it now sits here in the center. You don't have air cooling going around it, only from the side. So a lot of people said it was too noisy here on the inside, so I think it's time to give it a start, to have a proper test for myself. Is it too loud, this car, to drive on a daily? I'm actually looking for a sports car to buy this year, and maybe a GT4 could be interesting. Maybe not a 718 but a 981. We'll have to see. I'm looking, so make sure to subscribe on the channel to see which sports car I'm going to buy this year. I think from next month, especially in April, it's now February, it's a new month. I'll be also going down to the south of France, to Italy, so there is a lot of fun videos for all of you to come. So I want to say smash the subscribe button, hit the like button guys, and then let's listen to this flat 6 Porsche GT4 RS. Are you ready for it, guys? Let's give it a go. In the last videos of Porsche you saw me starting up the new 911. So foot on the brake. Give it 1, It come in, and then another time. That's quite a good sound. Maybe put the sound of the car off. Open the window here also. You can have a proper listen around. Maybe give it a little bit of reps. Let it warm up a little. Car is now 22 degrees, so maybe do like the proper walk around and then let the car warm up a bit, that we can of course have a proper sound test. For now it's not too loud, to be honest, but it's maybe because the car, let's see, is in which mode. You have here the PDK Sport. Here is the exhaust button, so I'll press now on the exhaust button and it's a bit louder already. That's a good thing, that it's a bit louder. For now I'm going to put it off, let the car warm up a bit, and then I'll take you here through the buttons on the inside. So let's switch the camera view. The car I'm sitting in, maybe you already saw it, is a racing yellow car. We'll go to the outside in a minute. We have here the steering wheel with, again, nice stitching. Alcantara, full Alcantara steering wheel, 12 o'clock racing marker, full yellow, racing yellow stitching going all the way around. You see no buttons on this steering wheel. It's because, of course, it's a race car, and on a race car you don't want too many buttons to distract you. Of course, it has a PDK. On the RS cars from Porsche you always have a PDK, so a 7-speed PDK box. You can also interact here manually. You have to put your foot on the brake, I mean, and then you press this button and you just tow it downwards. So now it's in drive, the car. Put it in reverse. Then you see here in reverse, the reversing camera again. Put it here in neutral. Car is in neutral, so we can give it some revs, or if you're going to the car wash you need to put it in neutral. Then let's press again, put it back in park. So it's now in his park mode. I can leave my feet off the brake, and then I'll take you quickly here through some of the buttons. You have here a beautiful carbon fiber finish. It's not an option on the RS cars, it comes from standard. With the GT4 it's an option. You see here also the Weissach RS badge, and then you have here your two cup holders I already opened up for all of you, so you just have to press here and they nicely and easily store away, so you don't have that view of those ugly cup holders. And here you have your air conditioning above, nice Alcantara here on this beautiful dashboard. And here you have your 12 o'clock racing clock. You see here the time, and you can of course use it as a stopwatch when you take this car on the track. It can be very handy that you can time your laps, of course. Then come here to the multimedia display, like we call it. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all those things from standard navigation. You can put an address in, and I'll quickly show you some of the route. It's touchscreen, it's easily to interact with. Then you have here map, you can go to your map, navigation if you want to put navigation, media if you want to connect your phone, tuner for the radio, source switch radio, and then going to car you can see some about your last trip. And then the thing I wanted to show you is here to lap your to time your laps on the track. So that's easy to use. Your air conditioning buttons, straightforward, like I said. In the center here your RPM meter, till 9000 RPM the car goes. And the top speed is about 310 kilometers an hour. On this side you have some of the lighting buttons. Parking brake, this beautiful enlightened GT4 RS carbon door sill. I think this is an option you have to pick. Even Porsche on your floor mats. Beautiful yellow stitching here on the doors. Carbon fiber finishes. And like you see, fabric door handles. It's a thing they always do on the GT Porsches, of course, to save some weight. It's just like 10-15 kilos of weight reduced, but it's something, and the Porsche engineers take every kilo for granted. Then here you see some nuts, even no normal storage, just nuts, of course, to save again some weight. And we're gonna close the car up, and then it's like 63 degrees. Ah ja, ik ga nog een paar keer even gas geven voor eens te luisteren, goed? En dan zet ik hem af. Oké, is goed. Just gonna give it some quick revs. That's with the exhaust closed, and then we can open the exhaust up. Here it's a much deeper sound. And you see it's a rev limiter at 4000 RPMs. Quickly come here also outside. You also have here a listen on the outside. See already some gasoline here on the floor. Then I'm gonna also here open this one up. But you can also here have a look at the full engine bay. Here you see the 4-liter flat 6 engine. And then here you have even some 4-point racing belts for the car, because you have like the racing seats and the roll cage. So you have like some extra support when you take the car to the track. I'm gonna give it some last revs, and then I'm gonna put it off, because we're of course in the showroom. But it's a very nice sound. Very nice, guys. That's really fun. What a great sound. And then maybe put car quickly off. Just run for a couple of minutes. Always do it when you have been using your car on the track. We've been driving it hard or giving it some revs. Of course, now we just went to 4000 RPM, so the car was just like 60 degrees, wasn't that big of a problem. But always let the engine cool off a bit, and then you can, of course, just put it off again. Then I'm also only going to open here the frunk up, like they call it at Porsche, the front trunk. Quickly demo for all of you. You see this car also has the exposed racing yellow sort of racing stripe going underneath the bonnet. Open this one up, very lightweight, fully carbon fiber. Like you see, it's very lightweight. Then I also put here a suitcase in the car, like you can see. To have a look how much of storage space do you have. It's even the Porsche design of suitcase, very overpriced. So you can put like one suitcase easily in there. Gonna maybe also see if I fit myself here in this car. It's maybe fun to do. Just take a step on the inside, like all the YouTubers do it. And I'm now sitting here in the front trunk of a Porsche GT4 RS. It's maybe a seat I'll have more this year. Yeah. Easily fit myself in here. Pull my pants upwards. Yeah, nice. Big place on the inside. So this GT4 RS is actually also a practical car. You can actually fit something in it to take it on a weekend trip, take it to the Nürburgring Nordschleife maybe, for a lot of fun on the track. That's a convenient thing I think to have. Still a car you can take on a road trip. It's a thing of course we all want to do with sports cars. And as here this front lip a bit extended of course, where you can read GT4 RS on. It's plastic, it's a thing. I think they should have also done here in carbon fiber. But yeah, when you will be crashing this car, you will be happy it's just plastic, the front bumper. So that's maybe a reason why Porsche always goes for the plastic front bumper and rear bumper because it are of course cars you can take on the track, and you know what happens on the track of course. It's a nice angle of the car. Always was a fan of the 718 version of the Cayman. Nice here air channeling going on to these center lock wheels. Most of the time on RS cars you have center lock wheels. Don't think this car has it, but you can also opt to have I think titanium wheels. It's of course a bit more expensive. I think it was 25,000 euros extra, and it will save about 5 kilos on each wheel. This car is using the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, so a very known tire we all use on the track. Then this car has the ceramic brakes with the black calipers. It's an option you can go for. Maybe this model would also be nice with the yellow calipers, because you have like the racing yellow color on the outside, or it was maybe a bit too much. It's a good look, to be honest. Here you have a cutout behind the front wheels again to let all the swelling hot air here out of this front wheel arch. Yeah, good looking wheels. Come here to the side panel of the car. You also have carbon fiber on the mirrors. I think it's an option, not standard I think for the RS car, just as this small piece that you would normally have in plastic. I will quickly show it to you here on a regular Boxster. It's not the best look of course, not that you won't see it that much, but it's a fun option to go for if you're interested in it. Then here you have again this big air intake I was talking about, that of course needs to cool the engine because there isn't much place to actually cool the engine. You have here the side fin, maybe also close the door back off that you see it. Side panel of the car. Here you have some air that can channel in the engine, and then here on top. Now the trunk is open, so you can actually see it. The vents actually going directly here, beautiful carbon fiber vents, to this flat 6 engine GT4 RS on. It's a well-performing engine, 3.1 seconds, 0 to 60 miles an hour, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, just 3.3. Water on this side to cool, of course, the car. Oil on this side if you need to change it. Again, you will need to change it quite a lot if you're tracking this car. That's why Porsche choose to put it here as easily above, so you can easily put some extra water and fresh oil in the car before you will be ripping it on the track. The cool thing is that you also here have the racing line continuing here over this carbon fiber spoiler at the back. Very big swan neck spoiler like we saw on the GT3, a bit smaller now on this GT4 RS, but you have like the same mechanism that holds the spoiler instead of the spoiler resting on it. You can see here you can also change some of the angles manually if you would be interested. Here the GT4 RS badge if you maybe forgot which car you're driving. Then here you have the belts I was talking about, maybe easy to have when you have like the Club Sport pack on the car. I think now the RS always has a Club Sport pack, but on the GT4 you can go for a Club Sport pack. Then you have your roll cage and your racing seats in there. I'm gonna close here the boot back down. The fun thing is, you see it, you have space here also in the back, in the front. A lot of space here on this car. So your wife can pick as much luggage as you want. Here in the back, in the front you have place to store some things. Then a cool feature this car has is totally new for the RS is titanium exhausts. You maybe heard it already. It's are quite well sounding exhausts here put on this Cayman GT4 RS. Again, you have the diffuser in a plastic. Personally, I would prefer it in a nice carbon fiber finish. Just like you have the side air intakes in a carbon fiber. But again, if somebody decides to crash into your Porsche, then you will be happy it's just plastic. And you have your rear view camera. Interesting, so you won't crash your beautiful car. And of course you can go to exclusive manufacturer to put some extra options on this car. And we're here today at Porsche Center of Paal, but sadly it will be, I think, the last time I'll be here, because like I said, from next month I'll be going to Italy, and south of France will be my new camera man place to live. Yeah, what an angle, guys. I'm just sitting here now taking it a bit in. Beautiful car. See the very big rear tires. To come to a conclusion here for this GT4 RS, I want to say a GT4 personally would be enough for me, but if you have the possibility to maybe daily drive a 911, then this GT4 RS will be your perfect track toy. Here you have again more Boxsters, more Caymans. What the car I want to quickly show to you here is this new 992.2 series of Porsche 911. I did a full review about the car. It's already got like 50k views, so very grateful for that. Thanks to all of you. I didn't show a white car before. This is a nice white one. It's actually ice silver they call it, but it's white to me. And you have Porsche on the side. And another car I want to quickly show to you is here this paint to sample Porsche Spider RS. And because we just saw the racing yellow, we can see that this isn't the same yellow as we just saw. I think it's a solar beam yellow, something like that. I'm gonna correct it if I'm wrong. And then here you have a GT3 RS, again a Weissach car tucked in the corner. A beautiful car to also quickly share with all of you. Some newer Macans, but I didn't like it. I didn't like that car. You can check that video out. And I want to say to all of you a very big thanks for listening to me, although my mouth is getting a bit dry. And please subscribe on the channel. Also want to say here to Porsche Paal a big thanks for the last years that I could make a lot of reviews here, to the beautiful girls here behind smiling, and to all the team here, my known friend that works here, a big thanks. And maybe see you in the future, and to the next video, guys. Do this out.